Hello and welcome. Today we're working on the idea of how to convert the nominal rate or the annual percentage rate to the effective rate or the effective annual rate, EAR versus APR. How to convert back and forth from the nominal rate versus the effective rate. Hey, if you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn. I teach a lot of financial skills, so please comment, like, subscribe, join us, and let's get started on how to explain this using the calculator on the BA2 Plus. Now, the nominal rate is also called the annual percentage rate. So in the contract, the loan contract, you would see the APR. It's the stated rate, and it would say how we calculate that, the compounding frequency. And then, based on the compounding frequency, we would have an effective rate. So this is the effective annual rate, or EAR. And so generally, the EAR is higher than the APR, unless there's just one compounding a year and they would equal. Now there's three methods to calculate this. There's the formula, and we'll show the formula. You can take a screenshot if you want to do the formula, and always check your work. You can do this on Excel. They have a effective function or a nominal function, and we're going to show you how to do it here on the BA2 Plus, the most popular financial calculator. Now, what about the effective annual rate? Here's the formula. We need to know the APR and the compounding frequency, which is N, and so 1 plus APR over N to the nth power minus 1, and that's how it would work. So let's do this. Let's solve for a 10% rate compounded one time a year. Well, that's going to be 10, but let's show you how to do this. I'm going to use Excel, but I'm going to then convert it to the BA2 Plus here. So what happens is there's an effective function here. All we need is the nominal rate, the 10%, and the number of periods, and that's going to be 10%, really easy. Well, what if we take this 10%, and let's keep doing 10%, and we can change this. What if we do it twice a year, and what if we do it 12 times a year? Well, I'm going to just copy this over so we can have some check figures. So the more we compound it, this 10% becomes twice a year, becomes 10.25 effective rate, or 10.47 if it's compounded 12 times during the year. All right, so let me show you how to do this on the BA2 Plus. Now, we're going to use the format here, the menu, which is under the number 2, the interest convert function here. So I'm going to do second function, interest convert, which is the number 2. It says, what's the nominal rate? This is the APR. So let's do the first one, 10. So we need to put enter, and then down arrow, it says the effective. Well, we don't know what the effective is yet, so go down one more time. It says compounding frequency per year. I called it P/Y. Here it's compounding/Y, same thing. So if we do it for 1, enter, and then down arrow, nominal, effective, we can compute, and you see it's going to be 10%. But if we go, the frequency is 2, enter, then the effective will compute, it's 10.25. If we say the compounding frequency is 12, then enter, and then the effective is going to be 10.47. So always we enter the nominal and then the periods per year, or the compounding frequency per year, and we'll get the effective rate. Now, with this menu, we can reverse it and just do the opposite here. So it's going to be easy to do. Let's do one more, and let's just check our work. What if we did this 10%, and it's 365. Let's say it's daily compounding. Well, it goes from 10.47 to 10.52. It doesn't really change that much. What we would do on our calculator, we would say compounding frequency is 365, enter, and then go to effective, compute 10.52. Looks like it's 10.5156, a little bit more than 10.51. It rounds off to 5.2, but you see what happens. Okay, so that's how we calculate that using the calculator. Now, let's say we want to know the annual percentage rate. If we're trying to solve for the annual percentage rate, Here's our formula. We need the EAR, the effective, and we need the number of periods. Okay, so let's do this. One period, let's say the effective rate is 10%. Well, we know that the APR is going to be 10% as well, since it's just one period per year. This is called the nominal function. Let me use the format here. Nominal function on Excel. Let's just set up where we have a template. I need to know the effective rate. I need to know the number of periods. Done. And so I'm going to move that across so we can check numbers. Well, what if it turns out to be something like 10.5 and it's compounded 12 times a year? Well, looks like the annual percentage rate or the nominal rate is 10.03. Let's say it's 12 periods per year and it turns out to be something like 8.3. Well, the nominal rate is 8% compounded 12 times, compounded monthly, turns out to be 8.3%. So let's do this on the calculator. So the first one, we would put in the EAR. So we're going to put in the effective rate. Let's put in 10%, enter, and then down arrow, compounding one time, enter. And then what's the nominal rate? Compute, that's going to be 10%. Well, if it's compounded 12 times and the effective rate is 10.5%, enter, then what's the nominal rate? Compute, we get, did I get it 12 periods per year? I need to put in 12 periods per year, enter, go down, the nominal rate is going to be 10.026, so it rounds off to 10.03. Let's plug in this one just completely different here. We're going to solve for the APR, or the nominal rate. We're going to put in the effective rate, 8.3%, enter, compounding 12, and the nominal, let's do compute, and that turns out to be right at 8%, 8.00%. Now let's do a little check figure. What if you forget how to do this on the calculator, but you know time value of money? Okay, so what is the effective rate for an 8% compounded monthly? Sometimes I forget that there's a interest conversion utility or a menu on the calculator. So if I just have to calculate it, then here's what I do. I set up a problem where we have $100 present value and what does it grow to, and I can figure out then the effective rate. So for example, let's say we have 12 periods per year in this problem. So that means it's going to be 12 periods, right? For 1 year, I'm going to let it grow for 1 year. I'm going to set up the 8% with $100 and let it grow at 8% compounded monthly. Okay, do you see what happens? That's going to be $8.30 based on 100. You can easily calculate that to be 8.3%. Remember up here we had at 8% compounded monthly, it turns out to be effective of 8.3%. So sometimes, just if I get in a problem and say, I'm not sure, I forget how to do it, then what happens is I'll just set up a problem for $100 and let it grow for 1 year, one total period. So it's 8% compounded monthly. So I need 12 full months to make 1 year. $100, you see it grows to 108. We could do this as the effective rate, right? The effective rate would be the nominal of 8%. The number of periods is 12. So it's 8.3%. We can do this on the calculator. We just did it on the calculator. 8% compounded monthly is 8.3% effective annual rate, or EAR. Well, what if it were 10%? We can see this 10%, then it grows to 110.47, so our effective rate is 10%, 0.47, so 10.47%. So sometimes I use this as a way to maybe check my work to make sure I'm thinking of it correctly, because you want to make sure you know which one's effective, or EAR, which one's nominal or APR. So I hope this is helpful. See you on the next video.